Alright, what's up guys? My good friend Hot T, aka Ray Rahimi, she has uploaded a video titled All the Tea Trisha Paytas and Colleen Ballinger. Hey, look man, I'm not good with names. Has spilled in their podcast so far. Yeah, it looks like in the description, yeah, Trisha, she started a new podcast, so the whole the whole dang, what's that dude? Ethan. Yeah, that I like a part of me just knew like, all right, yeah, maybe at some point in time, their podcast may start back. I don't know. Who knows? I think at some point though they'll probably have it where they'll come back if they haven't already. But nah, man, it's just. Hey, it's content creating. It's like you'll see like where there's like freaking people. I remember they used to do videos a gang of times back in the day. Then yeah, you don't really see them doing it now. So if they come back, they come back. If they don't, oh well. So, but anyways, guys, make sure y'all go show Hot T the most amount of love and support. It's one of those channels where I'm like, nah, it deserves its flowers, all the love and support it can possibly get. But yeah, show love, show support, be greatly appreciated. And that being said, let's get into this video.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hot Tea channel. I know it's been a while, but your girl is back, and what better to talk about than Trisha Paytas' new podcast? Yes, you heard that right. After the saga of frenemies, enemies, and Dish with Trish, we have a new addition to the
that
Trisha
many
Paytas
podcasts?
podcast.
Like, what was you doing?
Trisha started a new podcast with Colleen Ballinger called Overshare.
Ballinger, okay.
Now, lately, Trisha Paytas has taken a huge step back from drama ever since becoming a mom.
Oh yeah, I forgot
she's
about
back
that.
with something new. Now, if you're a regular on my channel, you are probably familiar with Trisha, but you might not know so much about Colleen, so let me give you a little bit of a rundown. And you might remember her like this.
All right, Miranda Sings in the house.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. So Miranda Sings is this awkward comedic character created by Colleen and premiered on YouTube in early 2008 that she still does today. When she first started,
I didn't know that.
She would make these sort of bad on purpose music covers of popular music videos of the time.
I push it down. Hello.
Wow.
I was wondering if after all these years.
Oh, I thought she was doing like an introduction to a video. I didn't realize she was already. Yeah, she's singing Adele. I was like, nah, that just. Yeah, she, just. I don't know. I don't know how to approach that. I really don't. It's something like that's. I didn't know. I thought it was like then when you hear the beat, then it's like, oh, okay. I get what she's doing now.
Parodies were extremely popular on YouTube at the time, and she ended up gaining hundreds and thousands of subscribers throughout the years, leading to her even getting a show on Netflix called Haters Back Off, and being featured on Jerry Seinfeld's Netflix show where he talks to professional comedians called Comedians Getting Coffee, although the reviews are pretty mixed. Something I am sure Trisha can relate to. Now that you're all caught up, let's get into the tea from the first episode of their podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Colleen Ballinger.
Oh, they're dressed down to the socks.
Trish Paytas.
They start off explaining why exactly they wanted to do a podcast together.
Both have overshared our whole lives on the internet. Like, obviously. Y'all have seen us cry.
Dang.
Spend the rest of the podcast talking about mommy stuff.
So, I want to know from you how much your body has changed or what you've noticed has changed since having Malibu.
Oh my gosh.
Because your body changes so much after having kids.
And about whether or not the podcast will even keep going.
Maybe this won't be a podcast every week. Maybe it will be.
Yeah, it's the experience
it has nothing to do with you. I just don't know. It's like a fear.
I feel like they're a good fit. I know a little bit about Trisha just based off of previous videos I've seen of her. And yeah, with the Miranda Sings, like I don't know too much of her, but I feel like that they seem like they would be a good fit. I think it could work. I'm gonna be hopeful. I think it could possibly
I don't know
work.
where it stems from because I don't think I've ever been like rejected. Like I didn't.
Surge. Projection.
We love our contradiction queen. The comments on the first episode are pretty mixed. Some fans love it, and some fans are enjoying the fact that Colleen is the only person that can out-talk Trisha. Am I the only one wondering how they split the cost? Since it's Trisha's house, and we all know how mad she got at Ethan.
He takes that 5%.
Moses actually built the whole set in their basement, and it looks like I'm not the only one wondering. Ethan Klein, her former Frenemies host, mentioned it in a leaked video reaction that he did for his members-only channel, and honestly, it seems like he kind of missed her.
Like Viagra.
Oh, that.
Dude, you still got it. Trisha still got it, bro. Sorry. She hit that so hard. We love that. I still love all that stuff about Trisha.
People. Do you watch?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to think. Have I ever called my friends out on some stuff? I feel like if you're actually good friends with them, then that stuff is okay. But if you're not good friends with them, then yeah. That's something where it's, you know, you like, no, I'm saying like, I mean, good friends, like you guys have been through some wars like with each other and stuff. But no, I'm saying like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I laugh about it, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, do you know her like that though? Like if you know her like that, okay. But yeah, it's something where I'm like, I think that ship has sailed, you know, like if I could give out an opinion, like maybe, possibly, like down the road, I could see them doing it where, you know, they've gone through some like life changes talking on Ethan and Trisha, but I think for now it's like, yeah, it's probably best they go their separate ways. I feel like how it ended the last time, like nobody should have to go through that again. So yeah, I think it's gonna take time, you know, for like people to just really build themselves up, and then eventually, you know, like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, let's hang out, do some content, whatever.
Don't worry, Ethan, we miss it too. But that was pretty much it for the first episode. Moving on to the next episode. In this podcast, Colleen and Trisha addressed the controversy of whether or not the podcast would go long term.
Colleen thinks it's 1, Trisha thinks it's 20.
I know, everyone's like, Colleen, you only think it's 1. Trish put so much work into this.
Some fans are concerned about the fact that Colleen does Miranda, who is a very G-rated character and appeals to children, versus the type of very adult content that she's making with Trisha, who makes a lot of adult content. Can they possibly cross over those fan bases? But some people are saying that Miranda has always had an underlying sexual nature to her character.
There's penises in this bouquet. Pop open like boop, and like fart.
That's
This
wild.
wiener pouch is too big for me. Your wiener's not in your vagina.
Why
You
they?
should get all over
Who
it.
will buy it? Like, see, that's like those are the inventions where it's like people make them, and I'm like, bruh, y'all ain't heard of boxers underwear? Like, bruh, I go as far as buying some tidy whities. Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing to, you know, to admit to, but I would rather see. Here's the thing. Let's say I invite somebody over to my house, right? I got some dirty laundry, or all right, clean laundry. I'm carrying it and stuff. I drop something. They're like, oh, you dropped something. Oh, let me pick that up. And it's one of those. I wouldn't want nobody to know that of me. Like that. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, versus like some tidy whities. I'm like, fam, you know, at times like the boxer briefs, they cut off the blood circulation. Even though they don't, but I'm just saying, like, I would rather have that conversation than they explain why I have something like that. I'm saying it's just certain inventions where I'm like, bruh, is it needed? Like, or like, imagine if you get pantsed out in public and then you wearing something like that. Like, you want to be free, you want to be different. Then yeah, that's just bruh.
Picking candies for days.
That's wild.
This wouldn't be the first time that Colleen has been accused of being inappropriate with minors, even on stage with her live show, commenting on young girls' outfits and calling them porn on stage for her audience to laugh at.
Wow.
Or the time that
It's
she
like,
went
you
on
go.
a date with a 9-year-old fan and had him reach into her pants on stage.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'd love them. I can't believe I'm reaching in there right now.
That's
Also,
wild.
Remember, she had a huge controversy with fellow T-Channel Adam McIntyre from 3 years ago, where he accused her of grooming him as a young fan when he was in his teens. A lot more has been.
I think I
coming out
heard
on
some
the
along these
story,
lines.
and a video is coming up, so stay tuned.
That's crazy.
Anyway, some Colleen fans are unhappy that she is associating with Trisha at all, bringing up Trisha's past and saying how disappointed that they are in her, and questioning her morals. Fans are also accusing them of deleting or filtering comments on their podcast channel. On their YouTube channel, they have mostly very positive comments. However, on their other platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, it isn't the same at all. And moving on to the third episode of the podcast, Colleen started realizing what she had signed up for.
I literally was like putting off trying to get pregnant the second time. So I thought, what if White Lotus contacts me and I'm pregnant? Like, let me not.
That is, Trisha, I'm going to be honest with you. That's delusional.
When I did the Brad Pitt marrying the cardboard cutout, in my head I thought, well, Brad Pitt might see this and might want to date me. So I used to like not date people, hoping that like one day Brad Pitt want to marry me, one day Johnny Depp want to marry me. Yeah.
And speaking of believing that,
Yeah, you know, that's something where I don't know how I would respond to that. Like, that's, you know, it, like, imagine, but no, like, let's just sit down and pen out this picture, right? You wake up, all right? You're a little slow on, because I know when I wake up, I immediately go on my phone. Even though I have nobody messaging me, I immediately go on my phone, all right? Now, but let's just say I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me just skip the whole routine of like laying in bed, sitting on my phone. I want to get up. I want to do some things, right? So I get up out of bed, go use the restroom, you know, get myself all together and all that stuff. Go downstairs, decide to make me something to eat. And I'm like, all right, now I think it's time to go on the internet. You sit down and you see Trisha Paytas and you see Brad Pitt trending, all right? And then you're like wondering, well, why could they possibly be trending? It's a lot of people. You got like 1 million people talking about them each. And then you see TMZ. You see, well, there's some other like reputable websites, but just like CNN, freaking local news stations, like national like news stations. You just see everybody talking about it. I probably then got like 15,000 messages from Hot Tea talking about like, hey, you might want to check out our latest video because it's a little wild. Trisha Paytas, yeah, that's something where I'm like, that happened. Oh, I mean, like, I wouldn't know. I would not know how to like deal with that. I wouldn't. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but still, it's like, how do you like have that get like put into your brain and then you accept it? Like, that's just some wild stuff, man.
Some people think it's delusional for Colleen to think collaborating with Trisha Paytas isn't going to bring up everything in her past. Now remember, I mentioned earlier that Colleen has been under fire for being inappropriate with her young fans, and the drama is starting to get worse. Ethan even commented on the growing drama on the H3 Off the Rails podcast this week, saying,
lip sync to things.
Excuse me, I'm trying to run a show here. She's in some actually pretty wild internet drama right now. And ironically, Trisha's now not the controversial one.
Oh.
Fans are commenting on how this podcast has unleashed Pandora's box on Colleen, and so we will have to see what's next. In this third podcast, they also addressed religion, which you will remember we have talked about in regard to Trisha Paytas'.
I don't know how I would respond if, like, I go to church, Sunday service, all of a sudden you just see Trisha Paytas, like, dancing like that. You know, hey, it's something where I'm like, look, you know, I think I would, like, try to have a little prayer afterwards and be like, hey, you know, Lord, it's like, hey, I'm sorry for laughing in church. I understand. This is your house. This is your home. It's a place where people are accepted. But I'm just saying, like, your girl was in there acting a little wild. Okay, it's like, it ain't no different. It's like you go to a black church and you see people wigs flying, jumping around, screaming, and all that stuff. You're gonna laugh at that. So I'm like, that's something where I'm like, I wouldn't know how to respond to it. But I'm like, in a place like that where I'm like, hey, you know what? It's like, look, let's keep all this, you know, this extra stuff outside. But when we come in here, like, you know, we're all men and women of God, okay? Like, let's be serious, all right?
Channel, but check that video out if you haven't seen it.
She's
Here's
dancing like she's like in a rap video. It's like, fam, you were in a church.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
How you fetishize
It's
Jewish
not
people.
fetishizing.
It
It's
is
wanting
totally
to be in the
is.
upper echelon of the world. I want to free
Upper
for Israel.
echelon.
Hey, have you found Jesus yet?
But anyway, that was the recap for all the episodes of the Oversharing podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on
okay.
any tea spills from us. And for now, here is my bleach.
That's just so like just graceful. Like you see something like that, you just have to like enjoy that moment. An elephant just in the water, just chilling. It's like meanwhile, it's like we you know, us humans, we out here just struggling. It's like, man, I want to be an elephant out in the water and things, but no, that was a pretty good video. It's always a good video when it comes from the Hot Tea channel. So yeah, guys, go show love, show support. It'd be greatly appreciated. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.